and welcome to Reflecting Shakespeare TV. My name is Erika, and I'm a manager and facilitator for the Old Globe's Reflecting Shakespeare program, which we've been bringing to people experiencing incarceration since 2016, and which has been really active during this COVID pandemic through this program, Reflecting Shakespeare TV, but also as well as an in-cell activity packet delivered like a correspondence course. And that correspondence course followed the play Much Ado About Nothing, just like we did in series 3 of Reflecting Shakespeare TV. And before we get more into that and why I introduce that, let's bring on the dream team, James and Niki. Hi, you two.
Hi.
Hey. Hey.
Hey, everybody. Niki here. Glad to see you all. As you know, I'm formerly incarcerated, and now I'm on the outside, giving it back in every way I possibly can, including working with the Old Globe on Reflecting Shakespeare here at RSTV and the correspondence program. Oh, I love it. As well as with formerly incarcerated and with the youth.
Hi, everyone. Happy to be back and Zooming with you all. I've been working inside as a theater practitioner for about a decade and cannot wait to introduce the material we've got in these special episodes we are putting together for you now.
That's right, James. Working on this correspondence course was truly amazing. We posed the same writing prompts we did in our TV course and then some. And let me tell you, the insight and the wisdom that came back to us from our participants at Centinela, man, it was something beyond special.
Right? And what was exciting for me was that some of our participants we knew from our in-person program, some we were meeting for the first time over paper, and some of the guys that we knew in person, but maybe were a little shy or reserved, really expressed themselves in this writing medium. And we got to know even more sides to them.
It has been an incredible experience. And for this program, we brought back a number of our guests, our extended family from all over the country, to read some of the writing that was shared with us and consented to be anonymously shared with you. So without any further ado, let's meet our guests.
Hi, my name is Damian Brown. I'm artist in residence at Marin Shakespeare Company. I came across Marin Shakespeare Company when I was incarcerated at Solano State Prison.
Hi, my name is Haisan Williams. I am an alumnus of the Shakespeare Prison Project out of Sturtevant, Wisconsin.
I'm Robbie Pollock. I am a singer-songwriter, theater lover, and I picked up a lot of these skills and interests when I was practicing it inside during my about 10 years in prison. I worked with amazing volunteers who taught us, acting, teaching, all kinds of arts education. And now I like to make music and songs with community and spread the word for social justice and other movements to try to change things with art at the center.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sammy Byron. I'm a founding member of the Shakespeare Behind Bars program. I was incarcerated for 31 consecutive years, and I have been home free for going on 8 now.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Erika Maserati-E Abercrombie. I got involved in Shakespeare while I was incarcerated not too long ago, as a matter of fact. I was collaborating with the Marin Shakespeare Company in San Quentin. And today, I'm a sound design instructor with the podcast Uncuffed, which is produced in San Quentin and Solano.
I am William Palmer, and I'm a part of many art programs, some Marin Shakespeare Company that many may know. I work with San Francisco University's PACE program, and I am a proud member of ASH, Artists Serving Humanity. So thank you for having me.
My name is Ron Brown, and I was a member of Shakespeare Behind Bars. Matter of fact, I was a founding member of Shakespeare Behind Bars, and I participated in Shakespeare for the better part of 20 years. Currently, I am the founder and the facilitator of Day One Motivation, and I'm working on trying to publish a podcast to be disseminated ASAP.
Hi, I'm Nadine Goddard. I work with Old Globe doing their Reflecting Shakespeare's program.
Hi, my name is Alejo Rodriguez. I am a 4-time winner with Pen America in poetry, and I also work with the Broadway Advocacy Coalition as a board member, as well as Director of Community Engagement.
Hi, my name is Mike Shortt, and I am an alumni of the Shakespeare Prison Project at RCI and a current member of the Shakespeare in Prison Network, producing and participating in Zoom productions of Shakespeare.
All right, time to share some writing. In episode 1, the character of Beatrice seemed a little too interested to know whether the character of Benedict was going to be one of the soldiers returning from the war and staying at the house with her family. Something had gone on between them, but we didn't know what. We posed a quick write that we like to call, "If I Knew You Were Coming to See Me." We asked participants to think of someone who the last time they saw each other, it may have been on shaky grounds, maybe a little bit awkward, and to imagine how they'd feel if they knew this person was coming to see them. Let's see what our participants wrote.
If I knew you were coming to see me, my body would feel very nervous, tense and nervous. My emotions would be happy and excited. I'd want you to think that I'm thankful for coming. Wouldn't want you to know I was nervous.
If I knew you were coming to see me, my body would feel all a twitter. My emotions would be jam on bread, spread thin. I'd want you to think that I am in control. And I wouldn't want you to know that I teeter on the edge of my emotions.
If you were coming to see me, I would tidy up my place. My body would feel tense and nervous. My emotions would be joyful at the news. I'd want you to think that I am collective, calm. I would want you to know I've been sad due to a recent birthday spent away from my loved ones.
If I knew you were coming to see me, my body would feel anxious. My emotions would be filled with excitement. I want you to think that I am overjoyed to see you. I wouldn't want you to know. I hope nothing goes wrong during the time we spend together. That's me overthinking.
If I knew you were coming to see me, my body would feel like if my heart would be racing. My breathing would quicken. My mind would run wild. My emotions would be, I would feel anxious, excited, terrified, shy, happy, and nervous. I would want you to think that I'm grateful for our time together. I wouldn't want you to know I don't appreciate you. I wouldn't want you to know that I don't acknowledge your effort and that I don't think you care for me.
If you were coming to see me, my body would feel, my heart would beat faster. It would be hard for me to breathe, stomach full of butterflies. My emotions would be nervous, happy, excited. I want you to think that I'm a good person, that I feel happy to see you. I wouldn't want you to know that I'm worried you won't like me.
If you are on your way to see me, my body would feel all tingly. My emotions would be high. I'd want you to think that I'm in love. I wouldn't want you to know I'm miserable without you.
If I knew you were coming to see me, my body would feel light. My emotions would be heightened. I'd want you to know that I am waiting. I wouldn't want you to know that I wonder.
If I knew you were coming to see me, my body would feel excitable. My emotions would be enhanced. I would want you to think that I feel blissful. I wouldn't want you to know that I miss you so much.
If you were coming to see me, my body would feel relaxed. My emotions would be at ease. I'd want you to think that I am at peace. I wouldn't want you to know that I am hungry or that I am sad.
If I knew you were coming to see me, my body would feel excited. My emotions would be happy. I'd want you to think that I'm happy, positive, good. I wouldn't want you to know that I don't always express my words and feelings at the same level. No need to worry. It's that I show my love with my actions, harder with words.
If I knew you were coming to see me, my body would feel energized. My emotions would be excited. I would want you to think that I am surprised. I wouldn't want you to know that I am happy.
If you were coming to see me, my body would feel excited. My emotions would be triggered with happiness. I'd want you to think that I am pleased to see you. I wouldn't want you to know that I missed you. And I'd give you a tight hug.
What? Oh, love that writing. Way to dig in from the jump, right? Also in episode 1, a number of our characters seem to have a standpoint that they'd never fall in love. But from the audience perspective, that seemed like that was likely going to change. Change was on the horizon. And so we asked the reflection question, is there a standpoint that you used to have that has now changed? And what was the former standpoint? And what's the new outlook? So let's hear from some of those responses.
One of my standpoints was that even though I had a good job when I was out, it was always good to be able to make some easy money on the side, like selling dope. Now I realize I was so wrong. And now I'd rather have 2 or 3 jobs than to sell drugs.
My daughter just turned 21 years old. She is a 4.0 GPA college student. She has overcome all obstacles in her path with me being gone for 15 years. She has taught me that no roadblock is too high. I am learning from her, and it opens my eyes. A big percentage of kids raised by single parents don't accomplish what she has. I see it now.
My old standpoint was my gang. But now, after all I've been through, it's my family, my life that comes first now.
I used to believe in a gang life, the belief that dudes in red and orange didn't deserve to breathe the same air as I. A lot has changed since I was a teenager. Every human being is created equal. Everybody deserves to live their own life to the fullest.
My former standpoint that has changed is that I truly believed that I was going to be a gangbanger forever. Bury me a G. My new outlook is about unity. Gangs promote separation, us versus them mentality. That's destructive. I want to build with others, not destroy.
I used to think that no matter what I did or how I tried, that it would never be enough for them to let me out of prison. Now I feel that as long as I continue to work hard and do everything I can to grow as a person, I believe I will be released from prison one day in the near future.
Trust no one. But to change my way in life, I'm going to have to trust someone at least a little bit to share my list of wrongs I've done so I can heal. It's what step 5 of CGA teaches us. I haven't done it yet because I don't want someone to tell on me. I'm working on that part.
Well, I used to think negative all the time, and now I look at everything positive. That's my new outlook.
I had a standpoint that affected me for years. That belief was life isn't fair. My new outlook is life is beautiful and full of opportunities.
I used to be very suspicious of people's intentions or motives when they would try to befriend me. But now I've learned to allow myself to be more open-minded and remind myself that not everyone has a hidden agenda.
In our correspondence course, we posed some additional prompts to explore the themes of the portion of the play that we looked at in episode 1. One of those prompts was, write a poem that describes a complicated relationship. Let's hear some of those poems now.
12 years of space, captured heart, absent to chase. Heart devoured and love savors the taste. Differing ideas blunt the point of our desires. Tension, anger, frustration, all semblance of peace retires. A tornado of doubt, whispered words evolve to shouts. Silence reigns supreme as the ego moves about. Retreat is no option, yet to continue is abuse. Well, that's what you get for drinking the elixir of youth.
I'm done for good. Goodbye. If hindsight is 20/20, then why can't I clear myself of you? An unrequited love is like embracing someone who doesn't want a hug. You leave your mark on people. I could see their tattoos. I wore you in my posture, in my swagger. They hear you in my words. How can so many love you, but you love no one? I'm done for good. Sayonara. I love you. I'll never let you go. I'm nothing without you. You're nothing without me. You're no good for me. I'm no good for you. I'm done for good. Adios. Why do I run back to you like a child to his mother? People fall in love with ideas more than they do people. It's all your fault. You ruined my life. Am I wrong for leaving? This is why I feel. Then why do I feel this way? I'll never forget you. I can't. You taught me a lot. The best teacher I had. I'm no longer mad at you. No longer in love with you either. Streets. I'll never forgive you. You're my first love. I'm done for good. Goodbye. I still love the gang for what? I still love the gang and where I came from. Never changed on my name and my day ones. Judge said that I'm never going home now. Hood tatted on my face and my dome now. The cold part, I got a son that I never see. When he tells me that he loves me, that shit gets to me. I said my son comes first, but is it really true? Do I show it with my actions and the things I do? I ask myself this question, but it's hard to say. I know my son is the only reason I've changed my ways.
Liliana Marie, you have no clue how special you are to me. You're like the morning dew on a precious lily flower. Your beauty is as pure as the metal on an evening's blossom. Your love is like the warm afternoon sun upon your pretty face. Your loving, caring nature is never ending, like a full moon on a star-filled night. And it's only you, Liliana Marie, that holds a special place. It's an amazing feeling you bring, something like heaven.
Long distance love is not easy. It's not the same as being there within reach. Being unable to touch you or hold you is unbearable. What I would give to touch and caress you, instead I await your letter or call. It is a poor substitute for love, though it is all that we have for now. Regardless, as long as I have you, no matter the form of communication, it is better than none at all.
Mother, you birthed me, so I wish that you and I would be closer. Because I don't like to pretend, I've become the poser. We have a foundation, but for many years, it has been on shaky ground. Why is this, I ask myself, because I feel so dumbfounded. My father's dead, so you all have left. But whenever I speak to you on the phone, I feel all sorts of out of depth. We've never been the type to speak our feelings. Although this relationship needs healing, love for you courses through my veins. even when the portrait of son and mother seems so strained.
I made a decision based on my fears. I spoke the truth and shedded tears. Love was meant for both of us. I felt her love, but not her trust. I cannot say I was the greatest. The Lord has seen my faithful efforts. A book is written to tell a story. We wrote our own book and still doubt you love me. Today, I find myself missing us. 1,000 years of love turned into dust. I hear your voice throughout the day. It hurts me so, but let me say, you were my love, my precious Juliet, whom I was anxious to love and marry. No skies are darkened, and my heart empty.
To be or not to be, that life was meant for me. Be brave, be bold, live happily. Or is it that a fantasy? Start a family, always planning things, but my life is content or survival. Beware of tragedies.
In episode 2, the character of Claudio falls in love for the first time in his life. And he's feeling all sort of things and feelings that are completely confusing him. So we talked about how these emotions were making his body feel different physically than it had ever been before. And so we posed the quick right. What did you experience? What do you experience in your body when you feel love, fear, sadness, happiness, anger, frustration, confidence, and peace? This kind of awareness can be an amazing step into gaining some insight in regards to emotional literacy. So let's hear what our participants had to say.
When I feel love, I get nervous sometimes. When I feel fear, I begin to sweat. When I feel sadness, it feels like my heart's broken. When I feel happy, I smile a lot. When I feel anger, I get tense and grind my teeth. When I feel confused, I can't help but blink. When I feel confident, I feel nonchalant. When I feel peace, I'm calm and easy.
When I feel love, I just want to dance. When I feel fear, I shit in my pants. When I feel sadness, this stuff always happens. When I feel happy, I'm making it happen. When I feel anger, your lives are in danger. When I feel confused, well, what do I do? When I feel confident, I trust myself. When I feel peace, I'm the most at my health.
When I feel love, I reach out. Fear, I stop. Sadness, I start to cry. Happy, dance. Anger, be quiet. Confused, start to think. Confident, I stand tall. Peace, I'm still.
When I feel love, a warmth spreads through my body. Fear, energy surges through my mind. Sadness, my body feels weighted down by mountains. Happy, it's like an ocean breeze, cool and steady. Anger, there is a silent bawling of anxiety and impatience. Confused, stuck in mud, I can't escape. Confident, I feel like a well-oiled machine. Peace, warmth radiates from my core.
When I feel love, there's nothing in this world that could bother me. Fear, I have to face it and run with it. Sadness, I have to keep to myself. Happy, I'm active. Anger, everything bothers me. Confused, I wait and think about it. Confident, I can do anything. Peace, I can relax.
When I feel love, body relaxes, smile widens. Fear, heart beats faster. Sadness, head lowers, shoulders sunk. Happy, face brightens, anger, body tense, face turns red. Confused, my body looks exhausted. Confident, my head's up, shoulders straight. In peace, my body is relaxed and asleep.
When I feel love, my body gets warm and sometimes I cry. Fear, I get the chills and keep looking around. Sadness, I stare into the walls and can't think. Happy, I smile a lot, feel relaxed. Anger, my fist clenches and I breathe rapidly. Confused, I get tense and draw a blank. Confident, my body straightens up and my eyes open up. Peace, I sleep through the night.
When I feel love, I have a serene feeling. My body relaxes. It's like when you're on a cozy sofa when you're watching a good movie or show. Fear, my heart races, my breathing speeds up and is shorter. I feel queasy and there's an invisible blanket of energy over me. Happy, I can feel the air in my lungs travel across my body. My breathing is normal. I feel my body relax. Anger, my heart races, my breathing quickens. I get tunnel vision. I clench my teeth. I feel restless and need to move around. And I feel a force of energy spread from my core into my whole body. Confused, my breathing feels laborious. My mind either races or feels slow. I feel my face gets flushed because I'm embarrassed when I'm confused. Confident, I stand more erect. My body is relaxed and I command it easily. My breathing is even and normal. Peace, I feel my body relax, my senses peak. I start to notice littlest details, like how I am breathing and subtle sounds. I notice the world.
When I feel love, I get butterflies in my stomach and I can't stop smiling. Fear, I worry and I overthink and I can't stay still. Sadness, I get a lump in my throat. My eyes burn. Happy, I smile. I laugh. I talk more. I'm more social. Anger, I clench my fists. I crack my knuckles and I crack my neck. Confused, I slow down. I take my time to think. I pace back and forth. Confident, I stand tall, chin up, chest out, big eyes, big smile, peace. I fall asleep. I walk without a care in the world. I smile.
When I feel love, I smile a lot and become more thoughtful of others. Fear, I clam up and become defensive. Sadness, I clam up and want to be alone. Happy, my day goes smoothly and I smile a lot. Anger, I become defensive and get headaches. Confused, I get headaches and stutter when I talk. Confident, my actions become more precise and my voice becomes a lot louder. Peace, my body becomes relaxed and my breathing smoothens.
When I feel love, I get butterflies in my stomach. Fear, my palms get sweaty. Sadness, I shut down and like to be left alone. Happy, I get really talkative and sometimes talk 100 miles an hour. Anger, my whole body gets hot. Confused, my body jumps around, overthinking everything. Confident, I feel like I can get anything done. Peace, my whole body relaxes and I'm on cruise control.
When I feel love, I feel inspired. Fear, I feel my heart pounding and everything heightened. Sadness, I get tired and I don't want to do nothing. Happy, I want to take on the world. Anger, my stomach hurts. Confused, I feel stupid. Confident, I can do anything. Peace, I feel relaxed.
When I feel love, my body gets warm and my heart starts to beat fast. Fear, my body tenses up. Sadness, my movement slows and I become very silent. Happy, my face always has a smile on it. Anger, my fists ball up and my body starts to get really hot. Confused, I become speechless and lack direction. Confident, I walk straighter and have lots of energy. Peace, my body is calm.
When I feel love, there's nothing I wouldn't do for that person it's directed at. Fear, well, in the past, I lashed out when this emotion occurred because I didn't like being afraid. Sadness, this is one that doesn't happen often, but when it does, I silently shed tears. Happy, I just jump from joy, latch on to it, try to make it last. Anger, here, I talk myself down because nothing good can happen when I'm near. Confused, this is another time when I self-talk to try to figure out why am I this way. Confident, I know I have the answers. Peace, when I talk to God.
When I feel love, I get weak and become honest and supportive. Fear, my body shakes a little and I start to get hot. Sadness, I start to stress and can't focus. Anger, they ball up my fists real tight. Confused, my head hurts frequently. Confident, I walk around with my head held high. Peace, my body and my mind are both relaxed.
When I feel love, my heart feels joy and time flies. Fear, I put on my mask and try to hide it. Sadness, I turn around heartbroken and put a smile on. Happy, I try to enjoy it and share it with everyone around. Anger, I close my fists, clench my jaw, and look for an excuse. Confused, I try to find my own perspective. Confident, I go walk with my head held high. Peace, I love it and enjoy it. That's my everyday.
When I feel love, I feel warm, excited, increased heartbeat. Fear, I feel my hand shake, body temperature rises, ears get warm. Sadness, lack of motivation, face is emotionless, isolate myself. Anger, face turns red, can't concentrate. Confused, embarrassed, insecure, shaky speech, words unsure. Confident, head raised high, speak at high volume, direct eye contact. Peace, calm, happy, facial expressions, comfortable.
When I feel love, when I feel love, I feel valued and appreciated. Fear, my pulse quickens and I feel defensive. Sadness, I withdraw. Happy, I can't stop smiling. Anger, my face flushes from blood rushing and I shake. Confused, I feel awkward and aloof. Confident, I feel I can do anything. Peace, I'm relaxed and safe.
Also in episode 2, Claudio was fearful about what to do with these feelings. And so we asked, looking at things that create fear like love and challenges, change, promotions, responsibilities, what is the best way to approach life's fears? Let's hear some of what we got back from that prompt.
My way of approaching life's fears is with prayer first, asking for help with fear. Also knowing that he didn't give me a spirit of fear, but of love, peace, and a sound mind. Love has been perfected among us in this, that we may have boldness in the judgment. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear, because fear involves torment.
Having the courage to confront that which haunts your heart is the only way to live in peace. Peace with oneself.
The best way to approach life's fears is to approach them with an open mind and the willingness to allow yourself to ask for help.
There is fear all around us. Starting this course, I was in fear. It took me 2 or 3 weeks to open up the first packets. I can't share my feelings, but the challenge has proven otherwise. I took a chance and it helped me out. For me, it would have to be with a calmed and level-headed approach. I think that's the best way into approaching life's challenges.
For me, the best way to approach life fears is to trust the process. It's to be vulnerable to the unknown, period. It's to have faith that things will work itself out. Because I understand life comes in cycles, lows and highs, and that peaceful middle that people sometimes refer to as the eye of the storm or the calm before the storm.
The way I approach things that create fear is I tell myself, just relax. You've handled many challenging situations in your life, and there is no reason you can't handle this one. I physically relax my shoulders and take a deep breath.
First, to understand that fear and to see where it's coming from, like the root cause. Be calm and get some help. We don't have to go through life trying to fix everything ourselves.
The best way to approach life's fears is with an open mind of understanding. For me, you have to face those fears head on. You have to approach those fears with caution, but be able to cross that hurdle one step at a time. Little by little, you'll overcome that fear, whether it's change, a new challenge, or love. You won't get over your fear if you don't face it.
The best way to approach life's fears is with lots of courage and determination. You just have to have the will to keep moving forward through all of life's challenges and realize that life isn't fair and it's not gonna give you 7 days of sunshine every week. There are gonna be cloudy days and some storms that we'll have to get through in order to have those good days. But all of that is okay because having the courage to get through life's fears, no matter how small or how big, only makes us stronger and better and prepared for the next challenge. And it builds your own character.
Fear is one thing you must always overcome, but how you tackle it is key. Violence should never be the approach. There is always a situation. Positivity must always start with approach. Take love, for instance. You never want to go at it aggressive.
I think it's best to first be honest with myself and correctly identify my emotions. Once I've identified it as fear, I then need to analyze it to see if it's healthy or unhealthy fear. For example, displeasing God equals healthy fear. Or pushing ourselves to new levels or fear of the unknown is unhealthy fear. If it's unhealthy, I need to develop options to overcome the fear because the majority of times the fear is self-imposed and self-sabotaging to our personal growth. Sometimes it's best to do a head-first approach and hopefully overcome what will eventually turn out to be a baseless fear.
For me, it's to set limits and stick to them, concentrating your efforts on the things that are in your control. Meditation techniques help reduce stress and fears by being open and honest and free from secrets to those you love.
Well, I think it is to take a step at a time, and just how we used to put other fears behind. I say we should face our fears the same way. We should know that as we seek to better ourselves, we should put it in our heads that we actually have to face these fears head on, and why not seek some guidance, advice, or help? We know that this is what we need to do with change.
I believe that the best way to approach life's fears is by finding the courage to face those challenges, knowing what to act and not to react. Most importantly, understanding and recognizing that we are not alone. One can always use help, and it's often needed.
Awesome. So luckily for Claudio, he didn't have to face those fears head on or even ask for help. A character named Don Pedro offered his help to step in and make the match with Hero on behalf of Claudio. So with that in mind, we asked, how have you supported changes and transformations of those around you? And when have you been supportive, like Don Pedro? And who's been supported for you through changes? Who has been your Don Pedro? Let's hear what we got back from that prompt.
I've been supportive of people going home soon, letting them know if they don't have a strong support in family and friends, go to a halfway house because they have tools to get you started. And helping me through my changes was my roommate at the time. I walked away from the gang to be a Christian. They welcomed me with love.
When I see someone breaking away from foolishness, I make it a point to acknowledge and affirm the positive transformation. I supported a woman's decision to be more than how she was treated. Imams tend to support the growth in my life.
I've supported change and transformation on my old cellie. He used to be a drug user, period. So I was there for him, cheering him up, telling him that by him not using drugs, his time in here in prison will be a lot easier.
By encouraging them to continue walking down the path they've chosen to walk. For example, I have a friend who is now a Christian. In the beginning of his change transformation, he was struggling with his decision to become a Christian due to his friends and peers. I spoke to him and encouraged him to continue moving forward with his decision, regardless of what his friends and peers would think. I told him change is possible in any environment. My wife and friends also support me through change.
Anytime I see someone doing something better, I applaud them and let them know that I'll be the first to slap them on the head if I see them differ in the wrong direction. And yet I haven't been able to take that full step myself. My cellie is very supportive of me.
I supported transformations by motivating them and helping out with their changes in any way possible. My ex-wife and my mother are who would always support me and help me through my changes and challenges in life. My faith as well.
I support with words of affirmation. I reinforce their behavior with helping them as long as it's positive. I listen when they need someone to vent to. I reassure by pointing out the progress that I've noticed. Many people have supported my change, even if by leaving me be, so I can focus on my self-development. My mother has been the most supportive, but also has been the most skeptical because she has her reasons. My friends have been supportive. My father has been supportive. The people in here have been supportive. The teachers I've had have been supportive. Some staff have been supportive. The Reflecting Shakespeare crew has been supportive. Now that I think of it, I've been very blessed to be able to surround myself with such good people.
I support people that are with me in prison, that are working to change their life, to stay out of trouble and go home. I encourage them to continue to do good. Likewise, there are many people that are here with me that give me positive feedback and encouragement, and they tell me to continue to do good and try to go home.
The truth is, I just started to learn how to be supportive. When someone around me is going through something, I tell him or her, of similar issues I've had and how I got through them. I feel that God should be everyone's foundation. Everything about him is positive.
I try to be positive in self-help groups, truthful in my struggle, and always willing to help the next person get through whatever it may be that they are going through. I've been lucky to share a few groups that have been helpful, and I have people out there who love me. I don't know why they support me even when I don't want them to, and I'm thankful for it.
A few years back, a youngster asked my advice about a decision he made. Basically, he decided to give his life to Christ and become a Christian. However, he was having doubts and wanted to return to the gang lifestyle. I told him to remember why he first decided to be a Christian. And if the reasons still apply, they stay the course. I also told him that for his family, he should do all within him to get out and lead an honest life. He searched his heart and stayed a Christian.
I've supported my wife in everything she wants to do with encouragement. Recently, she wanted to pick up a hobby and decided to learn how to do nails. I encouraged her in doing this and bought her some of the materials for her class so she can make the best of what she wanted to do. Likewise, my wife has been my rock and supports me in all my ventures. Usually, if someone around me is going through a change, I try to be supportive and give them positive advice. I've been supportive for my cellie when I can and when he's willing to listen to me. They also have to be willing to accept one's advice in order for one to be supportive. The person who's most supportive to me the last 5 years is my wife. She's been my rock.
This goes back to the issue with drugs. Being that drug use in prison is commonplace, I don't think I could have stopped using it for some reason. My cellie at the time opened up to me and confided that he wanted to stop getting high. I understood and supported him, and at the end, both supported each other.
I was supportive to my changes of my girlfriend. I was always there for her in whichever way she needed me, and I was there to keep pushing her forward to have a better life for her and the kids. When I met her, she was down on her luck, struggling with money, no car, no license to drive, no place to stay. I supported her all the way through to work harder for herself and kids. Sure enough, she made it through, got a car and her license and then a place to stay. She was also supportive in return. While I was still involved in some bad things, she helped me get out of the game and do better for myself and for her too. She motivated me to be better.
The people who I consider to be my Don Pedro is my family. They have supported me through my changes, good or bad, and have been here even when I've tried to push them away.
I actually do that a lot because a lot of youngsters are going home all the time. I show my support with positive talk and help them in any way I can. They also do the same with me, telling me one day I will also go home, which is cool. Also, facilitate many self-help classes, so I show my support in that way also. I try to help my peers do away with the things that really don't matter because it's easy to lose focus while you're here and focus on things that don't matter.
I'm always supportive of anything I believe is positive change because I've witnessed firsthand how much good positive change can be for a person's spiritual, physical, and emotional well being. I've supported and encouraged my sisters to continue higher tertiary education. I've also helped and supported another one of my sisters to get involved with AA. I've even helped her work some of the steps. My Don Pedro that has given me full support in my quest for change is God. I have his unconditional support. Some family and friends don't quite get it, but only say they understand.
I have supported friends that find it difficult to find jobs. I encourage them to gain marketable skills and apply them to their daily lives. I have been supported by friends in prison, and they have helped me find peace in me and acquire the knowledge necessary to thrive in any given situation.
I always tell them if it makes you happy and are willing to be completely commit to it 100%, then go for it. Even if the end result may not be what they expected, at least you know you gave it your all. My biggest supporter is my mother. All my life, even through my failures and setbacks, she always cheered me on. Lovely lady.
My family and friends have supported me through the new changes I have made in my life by teaching me how to accept positive feedback from others and having faith and trust in me to do the right things. I now make better decisions, which have helped change others' lives by my responsible behavior.
When I see others trying to change, I try to be supportive and one who doesn't bring any kind of temptation to the other person trying to change. I want to be the positivity surrounding someone. Now, people that have supported me through my changes. Well, I can say there's a lot of people now, but the start was my mom. She's been there unconditionally. My cellie now, my old teacher I had in auto body, Mr. Y. He always gave me great talks of wisdom and advice. Also people in my groups, and now those in my class I'm in right now. I'm glad I have these people who support me. As I receive this support, I try to give back to others.
When my mom moved from Arizona and Tennessee, I supported her the best way I know how. I listened to her desires and reassured her that I agree with her decision and that I also think that it's the best decision to be out there closer to my brother. I also told her that I understand that the timing to move was best to do it now. My mom has supported me through all of my changes in life.
I'm involved in self-help groups like Criminal and Gang Members Anonymous, as well as AA and NA, and we function as a community and support system to one another.
Lastly, for episode 2, we expanded the conversation in our correspondence course with a poetry prompt. So using the notion that life had altered for Claudio, we asked, think of the last moment that altered how you saw the world and write a poem about it. So let's hear some of this gold.
Life ain't what it seems when you're just living in a dream. Caught up with obstacles, falling short of my objectives, yet I'm still here contesting. I've been through everything, it seems. I'm trying to live out my dreams. I'm wrestling with demons. At times, it feels like I'm not winning. I'm wrestling with contradictions, the cause of my afflictions. I gotta change it up a bit. I'm trying to live it up, I admit.
Appreciation is important and we should all embrace it. We walk around hating the situation we're in and refuse to face it. We forget to look around us and notice the world and all its occupants. There's people worse off that make our situation seem like nothing, which is why appreciation is important.
16 years since I left home. My nieces and nephews, how they have grown, not recognizing them as children anymore, but as young adults in the future of a household. Our conversations have diminished more and more. I can't even recognize them, how they have grown into their own. They say they love me and miss me, but don't share much of daily lives. So I tend to call less as I pass the time, growing old.
Unexpected visitor. She fills my line of sight, sitting on nothing. All I see is white. A child with the complexion of sugar from a palm tree. From her smile, I knew she belonged to me. Chow time, chow time, chow time. It was all a dream. But still, it left quiet by an impression on me. I got to meet my future daughter. Time to think about my legacy.
He came and said they set him free. He said one day that could be me. I stopped to think, no words to say. It's time to do and change my ways. I see those words, but it's nothing new. I've always known what I must do. It's days like this when I start to see the path to freedom starts with me. But these are things I've always known. I blind myself trying to find my home. He came and said they set him free. I know one day that would be me.
Release of lifers. Many of those men were survivors. I never thought I'd be alive to see the day. Answer prayers at play. Humanity was like this likeness where darkness became brightness. Really, the sun began to shine. Will you feel the breeze and smell love pine? Joyous moments on the rise. This is a homage to the wise. To understand adolescence doesn't forecast the future, man. For this, I am a fan. Things like this gives me hope. I too was like my ancestors, facing the hangman's rope. Maybe now the news won't be my destiny. This starts to lessen the choking and the emotion of feeling so tiny. Now I can dream again.
A year has passed. So much has changed. Lives have been lost. Lives have been altered. People wearing masks. People social distancing. Grandparents missing their grandkids. Inmates missing their families. Now they say, trust the vaccine. So there's a glimmer of hope that life will return to normal. Soon this nightmare will be over.
I spent 10 years all on my own. I thought the world was dark and cold. Solitude was my only friend. It kept me warm and I felt safe. Then one day, out of the blue, a little owl flew in my room. It whispered, "Thank you for your kindness." I knew this owl came from the world, the place I thought was so dark and cold. I can't believe how wrong I was about the coldness in the dark.
I want to start my world with a straight line, going nowhere fast without turns left or right. Authority figures and gray big walls didn't allow any light through its monstrous halls. Darkness enveloped my heart to no end, black and white it seemed, with no future ahead. Having a family someday was only a distant dream, until one day, through the cracks, the light did seep, and she showed me a new and better life, enveloping me with her beautiful, burning light, and her eyes pretty. I could see the possibilities run by, and with her light, a world I did find.
In 2021, my view of the world was very hazy. Oh, how could so many people be this crazy? Criminal justice and the taking of innocent lives, the Capitol riots because so many people despised. COVID-19 made us all fear what's tomorrow, the lives we lost through pain and sorrow. Lord, can this be how our kids grow up? Or is it just a phase until we show up?
Man, I love those.
That was them priceless gems right there.
Right? Incredible, right? Oh my goodness. Well, hey, in true Reflecting Shakespeare tradition, it's the end of our episode, so let's do a one-word checkout. One word and how you're feeling right now. Niki?
Honored. James?
Enlightened. Erika?
Energized.
What? I love that. And as we do in all of our episodes, we do a 1, 2, 3. We clap on 3 to close out as unity and united. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yay!
All right.
See you guys next time.
Bye, everyone. We got
Thanks
4
for
more
tuning in.
episodes coming. See you. Bye.